Countless champions have been crowned throughout the history of competitive Yu-Gi-Oh! But what about the underdogs, the dark horses, the decks that upon first glance make you question everything you thought you knew about the game? In this series, both MBT and myself will be showcasing some of Yu-Gi-Oh's wackiest unsung heroes. Each episode will feature new decks, new strategies, and the results will be unpredictable. You've seen the history of Yu-Gi-Oh! But this is the history of Jank. If you want 5% off any singles or sealed product, click the affiliate links in the description and use code CMO5. And clicking the TCG Player affiliate link before you shop helps support us to provide you with more amazing content.
Frequently, History of Jank ping-pongs between being a showcase of some of the best decks that never got any meta attention and some of the worst decks from the depths of Pojo with such blistering speed that your neck might crack from whiplash. But it's not often we get to show off both at once. This is Final Countdown. Now, if you're unfamiliar, Final Countdown is a spell card. It says pay 2,000 life points after 20 turns have passed. After you activate this card, counts both yours and your opponent's. You win the duel. Now, despite the fact that this card looks like a win condition for players for whom Exodia was just a little bit too complicated, this card has been playable multiple times at a top-tier meta level throughout Yu-Gi-Oh's history, most recently in Jeff Leonard's famous Mystic Mine burn deck as the win condition, despite the fact that it is currently limited in the TCG. The second most famous time that Final Countdown has been playable in Yu-Gi-Oh's history was during 2012. At the YCS in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania in May, Tyler Tabman brought Final Countdown to an impressive top 16 finish. But more impressive is the individual went undefeated in Swiss, taking absolutely zero losses before donking it to a bad matchup. Now, Final Countdown was a known strategy at the time and had been getting a ton of representation at the regional level, but top players were keeping it under wraps for the upcoming Nationals and Worlds format. This top changed everything, and suddenly Final Countdown was extremely popular and something you needed to prepare for when deck building. This issue is compounded by the fact that the Worlds list that was ultimately in effect had double hits for windup, the ones implemented in the TCG and the differing ones implemented in the OCG, meaning your options for what deck you could play were very slim. Many individuals brought in Zector, and it was the most represented deck in Top Cut, but if you're playing against a one-deck format, it's actually extremely easy to build around it. You can see the beginnings of that targeted hate in this list here. Chainable trap cards that resist Hornet and prevent your opponent from attacking are fantastic if all you're aiming to do is eke another turn out of them. Despite the fact that this is History of Jank, this was a very, very playable strategy, and I'm excited to show off just how playable it was in this episode. Now, let me take a big sip of water and see what deck Simo's playing.
Ladies and gentlemen, he's back.
Sadly, no, this deck is not going to perform particularly well against Exodia. As you can see, a significant amount of the main deck space is dedicated to trap cards that prevent your opponent from attacking, but Alex's deck in particular does not do much of that whatsoever. That means out of the board, we're going to have to side into the alternate game plan, which is burn and is much less robust. While this isn't the most honest showcase of the Final Countdown deck, we did cover it in History of Yu-Gi-Oh! And truthfully, you do not want to see me flip Threatening Roar 20 turns in a row before we both decide to cancel the series for good. So with that, let's get into the card by card. We've got 3 Card Cardi, 1 Gores, 1 Morphing Jar. This is a card that actually will have applications versus Alex, and I'm looking forward to deploying it. 1 Sangan, triple Swift Scarecrow, Dark Hole, triple Final Countdown, triple Gold Sarcophagus, triple One Day of Peace, triple Pot of Duality, triple Upstart Goblins, and when you see 1 with reference to the current TCG ban list in a History of Jank deck, you know that something's gone wrong. 3 Frozen Soul, 3 Hope for Escape, 3 Threatening Roar, 3 Thunder of Ruler, and 3 Wabaku in the side. We've got life gain cards like Golden Ladybug, life damage cards like Lava Golem, Heavy Storm, triple Mystical Space Typhoon, double Poison of the Old Man, and 3 Secret Barrel. We are playing 1 Shining and 1 Gachi Gentetsu, though we are not going to go into either of those. So with that, let's jump into the game.
The ultimate ambassador of Jank, the one, the only, Exodia is back in the History of Jank once again. I don't know why Joseph thought it would be a good idea to feature this deck up against Final Countdown. He must be just trying to destroy my channel bit by bit, but here we are. So Exodia is, of course, the Jank Lord, but we have to feature it in multiple ways because the last time we saw Exodia, the deck looked a little bit different. Obviously, it was most likely trying to do the the same thing that it has always tried to do, but we have a new selection of cards available to us to be able to get to the Exodia pieces a bit more efficiently and not rely on our opponent playing on cards like Emissary of the Afterlife. So let's do the card by card. Obviously, we have the 5 pieces of Exodia. We have a Sangen, which is probably the only good card that we're playing that's not an Exodia piece, and then triple Swift Scarecrow to help us not die. This card's fantastic because if someone thinks we're out of back row, then we can just drop this and we will not lose. Triple One Day of Peace. This is one of the reasons why Exodia was actually quite good for a moment in time, just because you could essentially buy 3 full turns where your opponent has absolutely no way to actually kill you, because this card, neither player takes damage until the end of the opponent's next turn. So this card, yes, while it is technically a minus because your opponent draws a card as well, does not matter. This card is crazy, and there's a reason this card is limited. Triple Pot of Duality, of course, because they're trying to cycle through these cards as fast as possible. Triple Upstart Goblin to thin the deck. And then we have 22 traps, baby. We have 2 Accumulated Fortune, 2 Gift Card, which may seem like a strange inclusion, but we're playing this solely for the next card, Hope for Escape. Now, if you haven't seen this card before, if your opponent's life points is at least 1,000 higher than yours, pay 1,000 life points. Draw 1 card for every 2,000 points difference between your life points and your opponent. So ideally, if your opponent's been smacking you with some monsters over the course of the game, you can use Hope for Escape to then draw potentially 2 to 3, maybe even 4 cards, so then you will be able to just easily get to your deck a lot quicker, be able to find more cards to protect yourself, or even maybe assemble Exodia. This, in tandem with Gift Card, is actually a pretty potent combo because you're guaranteed to be 4,000 difference between an activation of Hope for Escape as well as an activation of Gift Card, because this gives your opponent 3,000 and you lose 1,000. So right there, it's already going to be a 4,000 differential, but then anything beyond that means you're going to be drawing extra cards as well, which this is just probably one of the best pieces of Exodia support to ever be printed. Speaking of which, we have more draw cards in the form of 3 Jar of Greed, 3 Legacy of Yada, triple Reckless Greed, and then we have the cards that are going to allow us to not die, which is 3 Threatening Roar and 3 Waboku. I don't know how useful these are going to be when our opponent is playing a deck that is basically similar to ours and is playing probably almost 20, if not 30 of the same cards our deck is. The side deck is quite fascinating because we have 2 copies of Gemini Imps. This is actually a card that protects us because one of the big weaknesses of an Exodia deck is that if the pieces fall out of our hand, we basically have no way to get them back. So with Gemini Imps, this means that by having this in our hand, we are going to be protected from any sort of effect where this could happen. I'm not sure if this is ever going to come up, but I mean, a lot of people know this from Dark World and the like. It has some application here as well. 2 Volcanic Queen is also interesting just for outing problematic cards potentially, and because we have so many ways to protect ourselves in battle, like this card could be a way to possibly like burn our opponent if we actually wanted to, although we are playing like Gift Card and stuff, so it's probably not too likely. But again, being able to like have a kaiju, if you will, back in 2012 is actually not that bad. We have 2 copies of Closed Forest to stop any field spell shenanigans, a Heavy Storm, triple MST, and triple Twister to stop any back row that's going to be a problem. We have 2 Soul Taker, which conveniently is sort of like more copies of Volcanic Queen and also can out Volcanic Queen. If we hit our opponent with it, then Soul Taker it away. Soul Taker, funny enough, also gives the opponent life points if we are trying to build up for Hope for Escape again, so that's quite hilarious. And then 1 Transmigration Prophecy. You might think this may need to be in the main deck, but the thing is, most likely when you're going to a tournament, most decks aren't expecting Exodia, nor do they have a way to really rip cards out of the hand. So unless your opponent has like specific targeted removal for the hand, then you can side this card in. Otherwise, it's going to be a blank because it's not getting you another card. Shuffling cards back into your deck is a bad thing unless it is for your win condition, which otherwise you cannot win without. So hopefully we can punish Joseph for this decision for wanting us to play this matchup. Exodia has not led us astray before, ladies and gentlemen, and if any opportunity arises for me to be able to blow him away and obliterate him with the one and only Forbidden One, we are absolutely going to take that opportunity. So ladies and gentlemen, let's not make you wait any longer. It's time to duel. Joseph, how the fuck did you talk me into this? Literally, like, out of 2 decks you could have picked to pair against one another, you're like, let's pick the 2 decks that have the least amount of interaction exactly against one another because they both just have their own separate alternate win condition that functionally only bar out every other deck from doing what it's supposed to do except the exact matchup we're playing.
I just figured that, you know, maybe we could hang out. You know, we don't really have to play much Yu-Gi-Oh here today. I mean, you've been reading any good books?
I know you have, Mr. Road to the King over there. Maybe this is part of your Hoban mind games that you're trying to play on me here. To be
Do you want a board out of Exodia?
I was about to say, Exodia has gotten me out of the tank before, so I think this is where you made the mistake letting me play Exodia. I don't remember, did I win with Final Countdown in history? I think I did, didn't I?
I was going to say, I think that you on alt win is like your most, the most wins of any strategy.
All right, well, let's see what happens. This could go either way, in all honesty. Let's shout the patron. It is Big Chungus is real. Save me, please. That's exactly how I feel, buddy. Thank you for the support. I don't know why I'm going to ask if you have a hand up, because I already probably know what the number is going to be. So I'm going to roll a die. You got it? I'm going even.
It was 20. Why was it 20? I can't imagine.
How did you put 20 fingers up, buddy?
You'll have to watch back when you see it. It's a miracle of modern science.
Hope we're not seeing any toes in there. I think that might get the
patrons would
get
too excited. Yeah.
Yeah, too excited, especially because they get early access to see them. All right. I like how you just happen to have 2 cards in your extra deck. Is that intentional?
I do have the ability to summon Gachi Gachi Gentetsu. I also have an elemental hero, the Shining, in here for a reason I cannot fathom.
Excellent. All right. Well, best of luck, buddy. I will start by gifting you 1,000 life points.
Thank you so much, Fred. That actually really fucks up my hope for escape.
I was going to say, I think we're both on hope for escape. So is that just going to, are we just not going to be able to play that card at all? This is going to be entertaining.
So fun fact about hope for escape, it actually does not say the amount your opponent's life points are higher. It says the difference. So if I go way up, then maybe I could do it.
I guess I'm not afraid of dying because I know Final Countdown's the win con, so I'll just 1 day of peace, I guess.
Yeah, sure.
I will set 1, 2, 3. Throw it to you.
Cool. Anything in standby? You want to flip Dust Shoot?
I'm good.
All right, FC.
Well, there go 2,000 life points.
We're chilling. We're chilling.
All right. Moving into the... this is actually a good use for the extra monster zone, in all honesty.
Yeah. Duality here?
I have no response.
I'm going to take Duality.
Excellent. You don't want to take the Gores? I think that'd be a great pick.
I think I'm good, dog. I think I'm all right. What do you want to do? Head beatdown? I'm going to set 1. You know what? Fuck it. I'm going to set 1, 2, and I'm going to pass back to you.
Okay. I guess I will activate Legacy of Yada in the end.
That's pretty
phase.
good. That's not bad.
I don't think you are on any spirit monsters, and if you are, I'm just going to cry. I will draw. Go ahead.
This rocks. We're gonna go 1 day of peace here.
That is hope for escape.
Yeah, 1 day of escaping. And I am going to draw a card.
1 card!
Right.
Wait. Hold on. Go back.
All right, okay.
Go back.
All right, okay. Oh.
Okay.
Could have been anything.
Could have been anything. Put that hope for escape back on the field.
What the fuck are you doing?
Let me make sure I read this right. Pay 1,000 life points. Okay. I'm never gonna get a chance to do this again in my life. I'm going to chain gift card.
You're fucking with me. I'm gonna go up to 9,000, and then there is not a 2,000 life point difference. Are you shitting me? Oh my god. All right. Well, I guess I just get the 1 then.
I'll draw. I've got a back row.
Yeah.
Go ahead. This is a fun game. I'm glad that we did this.
Yeah, it's going well. Pot of Duality.
Sure.
Another final count. Oh, you shouldn't have. Oh my goodness. I honestly
Card
think
looking pretty nice here.
I might take that. No, we're gonna take card. Yeah.
Yeah, that seems right.
I will normal card.
I have surprisingly no response.
All right. I will activate card. Oh my god, the end of the turn, you shouldn't have. And then we've got 7 cards in hand. I guess I'll lose a Swift Scarecrow. I mean...
You know, I don't think you'll be needing that if I had to guess, buddy. I'll draw. I don't even think this is very good. I'll set 1 and pass. Go ahead. Fun and interactive game we've got going on here.
Ooh, I'm gonna upstart, so you can get 1,000.
Okay, that means we're gonna be at the same life total. We're never activating Hope for Escape.
Ooh, and we're gonna card again.
Ooh, another card. Okay,
let's set a couple cards this time.
Okay.
Oh, good ones. Those are good ones. Back to you.
I'll draw. I get to fire my Pot of Duality.
Yeah! I fucking love Yu-Gi-Oh!
Tough call here. Tough call. I think I'm gonna go with the Duality. Might shock you.
Yeah, no, I am color me impressed.
And you may be shocked to find out Duality is once per turn, so I will be passing the turn.
All right, let's see what we got here. Ooh, Sark.
That's a good one.
I mean, it'd be a good one if there was anything I could... Well, what do you know? We actually do have a card that does something.
Joseph,
What's
be
up, dude?
cool. Be fucking cool.
All right, I'm gonna gold Sark
Two
again.
to 2 Sarks. Oh my god.
There's nothing else that's good here. We'll banish an upstart. How about that? You know.
Yeah, sure. Fine.
All right.
Duality.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, gee, these are just all killers here. This may shock you. I'm gonna go for the Jar of Greed.
It's crazy that duality got Jar of Greed. We're really just swimming in advantage.
Literally just adding 1 card per card. I'm just going to set 2 cards face down and pray.
We're halfway there. Whoa, that's the wrong 80s power ballad. Upstart Goblin.
I will take another 1,000, sure.
I don't want any.
Oh, I will gain 1,000, excuse me. This does matter for Hope for Escape.
It's shocking. Back to you.
Okay, I will draw. You're really gonna add Morphing Jar, aren't you?
Yes, I am. Yes, sir.
Well, what if I told you that it didn't fucking matter?
You are 17
fucking
cards
idiot!
into your deck. How the fuck?
Exodia! You have brought me victory again! Fuck your Morphing Jar, Joseph!
I'm gonna cry.
Oh, buddy.
17
When will you
cards.
learn your lesson?
I guess.
This is karma. This was your decision from the start. Wait. You made me go first?
Yes. I need the
Why
extra
would you
card.
do that? We get to draw for turn.
Oh shit. It's fine. I
You
don't
can
need it.
go first. You can
All
go
right,
first. There you go. There you go.
Ooh, all right.
You don't get your battle phase though.
Sark.
Okay.
We're gonna banish Morphing Jar.
Okay. So literally, if you just get to Jar, I lose most likely. This is
Sark.
fun. Okay.
We're gonna banish Final Countdown.
Maybe I shouldn't have let you go first. Sure.
1, 2, 3. Back to you.
What else are you setting?
Yes.
I will set 3 of my own and throw it to you.
That's 1 on Sark, and buddy, be prepared. It's Sangan time. I got you on the 8-turn clock.
That is actually a real clock. I'll take 1,000. Yeah.
It's 2 turns faster than Final Countdown. Go ahead.
Just barely. I'll double Legacy of Yada.
Yeah.
Okay. We'll draw. All right, you get Jar next turn. That's pretty bad. So let's go 1 Day of Peace.
Yep.
And then I will set 1, 2. Throw it back.
All right, let's grab them both. Oh, give me that. I'm gonna duality.
Sure.
Ooh, cardy.
Oh, okay. Hear me out, buddy. Just play cardy. You don't need Morphing Jar. You just want more
That's
cards
true.
here.
That's true. Let's shuffle this up. Man, I want to go fishing with the MST, but I don't think that's the play. I'm gonna Final Countdown for sure. I'm gonna set 1, 2, 3, and I think I will set 1 card face down.
Gee, that could be literally anything, couldn't it? All right, it's not what I needed. I will activate
Hold up.
Reckless Greed.
Let me see if I can get the Final Countdown going. Reckless is fine.
I will activate Pot of Duality.
Also fine.
I'm going to turn off my auto draw here. Okay. I'll take the 1 day.
So shockingly, you had 23 cards in deck when you won the last game.
I will activate 1 day.
Yes.
I will set a card, and I will pass.
I will MST the new card.
It was Jar of Greed.
Okay, stand by me.
Yep.
I will normal Golden Ladybug. I will flip summon Morphing Jar.
I can't believe I get to do this. I will discard Gemini Imps in response to the Morphing Jar.
What, dog? What the fuck?
You should know this as a Dark World lover, Joseph.
Oh my God. Oh.
So I've never gotten to resolve this card in my fucking life, and the fact that I get to resolve it on a morphing jar, chef's kiss. All right, get out of here, morphing jar. See ya.
And destroy it. Awesome.
And
Great.
destroy, and I get to draw a card, if that wasn't even
Excellent.
enough.
Excellent. Really good to hear. Battle, I guess. Oh, we're under 1 day.
You're under 1 day. Yep.
All right, go ahead.
Okay, so the nice thing for you here is that I'm under Reckless, so I'm not going to be drawing, unfortunately. So that's turn 1 on Reckless, and honestly, that's going to be it. Go ahead.
Stand by me. That was turn 4. I will tribute these 2 for Gores.
That's a card. Yep.
We'll use Sangan here.
Sure.
I'll grab card Cardi. Battle?
Got a Swift Scarecrow.
All right, sure. Go ahead.
Second turn on Reckless, I can turn Auto Draw back on. I'm going to Soul Taker the Gores.
Yeah, that's fine.
And this is good because it puts us at even life, so Hope for Escape is still as dead as it has been, and that'll be it for me.
Ooh, this is not good. Stand by me. I will Wabaku.
Sure. You just need to clear the back row.
I'm gonna normal card Cardi.
Sure, you can get your draws.
I will. Whoop. Oh, they're so good too.
I actually get to draw a card this turn. Go ahead.
I'll MST the new one.
It is a Waboku of my own. I don't know what you're worried about. You have Final Countdown almost halfway there. I have 4 cards in hand. I mean, are we racing to see who can get to the last part of their win condition first? Beats me.
Beats you indeed. That's what I'm trying. Go ahead.
I'll draw, and I'll pass.
Yeah, no, I bet. Yup.
This is going well. This is going well. I'll set. Go ahead.
Ooh, that's actually a really good one. Okay, I'm gonna Poison of the Old Manu for 800.
Oh my god, you're trying to get our life points? Okay, sure. So I'll take 8.
Duality.
That's fine.
Very productive Poison of the Old Man. Oh god, that was.
I'm so glad we did this, aren't you?
Unbelievable. I've never seen anything like that. Go ahead.
Okay, so we're what, on like turn 14 of Countdown or something?
After you end.
After I end, I'm on 14. Okay, so I still have a few turns left, so I'll set and pass.
Stand by me.
Yep.
Wabaku.
Sure.
Duality.
Sure.
Oh,
card car.
I guess.
I think you should take 1 day of peace. I think that's the best card.
Yeah, I bet you do. Let's card car.
Sure.
Oh, perfect. Back to you.
I'll draw. I'll set. So this will be 16. So not next turn, but the turn after is when I lose, correct?
Yeah. Card D. Oh, good. All right.
What are you pitching?
Well, I'm going to pitch both of the cards that I drew, which is a FC.
Excellent. Excellent. Okay, we'll draw. Does this do anything? I do not think so. I will normal summon Sangan.
Yeah.
I will go to battle. I will hit for 1,000.
Yeah.
This is going to be my last turn.
You get 1 more because it'll be 19 when I pass back to you.
It'll be 19. I think the issue I'm concerned with is I'm going to Legacy of Yada.
Sure.
The issue is that if I get a trap, like another Legacy of Yada, and I have to set it, I won't be able to use it before I lose the game. Sure. So I think it's better to Legacy of Yada there than not. I will set an additional card and throw it back.
Ooh, that's very interesting. I'll set 1. back to you.
Okay. I'll draw. Okay, now I gotta think. Last turn on Countdown. As soon as I end my turn, I'm dead. How do I sequence this is the question. I will fire a Waboku.
Yes.
Duality. The amount of fucking Upstart goblins we've seen off of Duality. This is unbelievable. I have to take the Upstart.
Yeah.
So I know the comments are probably going to be like reeling over this one, but we'll see what happens. I'll Upstart.
Yep.
The decision was, do I duality first or do I reckless greed first? I don't know. It's such like a marginal difference. I think my logic was if I can duality for one piece of Exodia, I can let you in on this because we're at the end of the game at this point. I needed 2 pieces. My thinking was if I duality for one, I have a higher likelihood of getting it off the reckless because the deck is 1 card thinner. If you reckless first and then duality, you have the potential to go a little bit deeper with the duality, but you can only pick 1 card. So I don't know what's correct, but
if you draw 2 pieces off this, you win.
We have Upstart Goblin.
Come on, man. Yep.
So I'm gonna let you know a little secret, buddy. I currently possess 4 pieces of Exodia in my hand.
I don't doubt it. I don't doubt it at all.
1 day of peace.
Okay, I have to respond to this. I'm gonna go Secret Barrel. I can't even do this because you'll just fucking hope for escape. Yeah, that's fine. 1 day's fine.
Oh, I'm the best fucking player in the game! Let's go, baby!
Turn 19! Oh my god! Oh! Oh my god, I'm losing my mind.
Okay, wait. What were you going to do?
So
Humor me.
I have barrel, poison, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So it's 48 plus 8. It's 56.
Okay.
Okay. That's it. That's all I have. So I needed you to
so
like.
I wasn't dead.
I needed you to hope for escape to put you 1,000 lower, then hope for escape to actually draw cards, and then I could kill you with it. But that's it.
Joke's on you. I sided out of that shit.
Yep, seems about right. Seems about right. Oh man, that's agony. Agony. How could this have happened? I gotta stop giving you Exodia, man. This is, oh my god, this is unbelievable.
If I were in your position, I would be fucking tilted. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah, boy, that would be crazy, wouldn't it? Oh my goodness. I'll just say it's a good thing we're not recording history after this one. Oh, jeez. All right, draw for turn.
Yep.
Upstart.
Sure. Hope for escape's back in the deck, Joseph. Maybe we might resolve it.
Duality.
Sure.
There it is.
Well, you got it.
I'll take Final Countdown. Big surprise. I think Thunder of Ruler might come in handy too, though.
I think so too.
All right,
yeah.
Final Countdown. Gold Sarcophagus.
Gonna get the morphing jar.
Yes, I. How am I playing this card and I lost? Cardi.
Sure. It's gonna make you feel even worse. I drew the Gemini Imps as the last card to stop your
fuck
morphing
off!
jar. If it makes you feel any better, you're just going to win this one 100%. So I'm just going to go through the motions because I don't think there's actually a feasible way I can interact with Morphing Jar that isn't out of the sideboard, but I'll do my best. So let's start with 1 day.
Yep.
Then I'm going to set 1, 2, 3, and chuck it back.
All right, that's turn 1 on Morphing Jar. Set 2, and folks, it's card D time again.
Sure.
All right, back to you.
I'll draw. We got duality.
Sure.
Unless there's something in here that does protect me, and none of those do. The way to protect against Morphing Jar is to not have any Exodia pieces in my hand. But unfortunately, there's 5 of them, so the likelihood of that is basically 0. I'll just take another duality off of this.
Yep.
And this was fun. This was fun. Go ahead.
All right, let's get the guy.
I'll give you the satisfaction.
Main 1. Could be literally anything. I'm gonna Sark here as well.
Sure.
Do we have like an MST in here or something? No, of course not. Fuck it. Upstart.
Okay.
Back to you.
Show me Dark Factory of Mass Production, please. Duality.
Yes.
Excellent. The gift card will put us at even life totals again.
True.
I guess I'll take the fucking jar. Yeah, Magical Mel would have come in fucking handy right now. I'll set 2. Go ahead.
I guess I'm just kind of hoping you don't have 0 pieces, but let's find out. Hey.
You got it. You also got the head, too. So even if I had Dark Factory, it wouldn't have mattered.
All right. That was... I was so excited that I didn't even card-cardy. There you go.
Yeah. I will...
Yeah, we don't have to wait through this
There's
one.
no point. As soon as that happened, I have no card in my deck. So what was neat was, as a matter of fact, I'm just going to quickly sideboard some of these cards in just to show you what I was up to. Let me just take this crap out, and we'll put this in. Okay, so the sideboard for this was actually surprisingly robust. I didn't think it was going to be as good. So for your jar, I had the Gemini Imps, which I had 2 copies of, not just 1. So that was pretty good. Then
awesome.
I also had Volcanic Queen to tribute over it, which is actually kind of sick because I have so many ways to stop you from hitting me anyway that, like, I don't really care about this card. And this card also burns you. Problem is it burns me, too.
I was going to say, I think it only burns you. Oh, wait, no, it's both. Yeah, I see.
Yeah, you can send cards to burn me, but the thing is, this deck also sides Soul Taker. So even if I gave you Queen, I have outs in my deck to kill the Queen, so that way I stop taking burn damage. So there was actually quite a few... Oh, and also, if you were to have hit the Exodia pieces, there was a sideboarded Transmigration Prophecy. In the case of Jar in that last game, I actually could have come back had I actually had this in the main deck. But aside from that, I mean, it's typical Exodia. Hope for Escape is a card that is a true godsend. I actually cited it out, but it's a true godsend to Exodia players when you're not playing against the mirror match or another alternate win condition deck exactly, allowing you to just draw an obscene amount of cards that really no other card allows you to do, especially because you can play with the life totals so efficiently.
Ooh, and you can shuffle your own back. Yeah, this is nice. My deck sucks. It's on like 15 of these stupid fucking battle phase skippers. It's on Hope for Escape, and then out of the board they were like, what is this deck losing to? I'm actually not sure. And as a result, it's playing Lava Golem, Golden Ladybug, and then a bunch of burn tools, which you may recognize as not helpful against anything. They legitimately, any deck that those are good against, I feel like you're already winning against. I was like, why aren't we playing, like, maybe another win? Let's fucking board into Exodia. Let's see what happens. But no. That was misery. But I should have known what was happening when I let you play Exodia. That I should have known.
What's interesting about this, though, is like seeing both of these alternate win cons at work, because you can't speed up Final Countdown, right? I don't even think a card like Pyro Clock of Destiny even speeds it up necessarily, right? Because it's just like, does it? Like, I'd have to like look up, like, I didn't think I was ever going to say I'd have to look up fucking Final Countdown rulings with Pyro Clock of Destiny. But like, I'm trying to think of like any way you can. It's so weird because like against like, as soon as you activate the Final Countdown, and we all know this from Jeff Leonard, you know, the man, the legend himself, as soon as that clock is on, like it's there and there's nothing you can really do about it. But like Exodia, you at least have some agency over how you can get to your win condition. And yes, you still have to jump through more hoops. Final Countdown's 1 card versus Exodia, which is 5, right? And we're using all these defensive cards to back it up, rather. Even though you have more cards to assemble to get to the win con, you can expedite the clock and actually beat something like Final Countdown. It's just interesting seeing this because, like, obviously we know, like, Mystic Mind Final Countdown, that's like a thing that we see in modern Yu-Gi-Oh! Now. You're not really going to see Mystic Mind Exodia for the same reason because it's just way too bricky. There's more cards in modern Yu-Gi-Oh! That can search a single Final Countdown, like Left Arm Offering, etc., etc. It's interesting when, like, these two decks are, like, pitted against each other. One has, like, a definitive, like, 20 turns, the game is over. The other one, you don't know when the game is going to be over. And there's plenty of cards that can affect when that will actually end, depending on how many Reckless Greeds you draw, how many Jar of Greeds, Pot of Dualities, Upstarts, etc., etc. So, no, just like, it was interesting just seeing these two decks against one another in this environment. So guys, that's going to wrap it up for another video. I really hope you all enjoyed. Let's go ahead and shout the patrons for all of their continued support. So shoutouts to Shadow1317, Moto, Tim00x3, Cameron Smith, MBT Play Madolce, Chaotic Meatball Part 2, Pony Starks, The Synchro Guy, Dan the Man Hoban, I Ship MBT and Simo, Draconic Phoenix the Immortal, Jordan Coons, Iron Bladesman, Jesse Wood, Chris Hood, David Liu, Dylan Hunter, Cody Bretz, John Two-Based, Extremely Vulgar Man, Brody Eastwood, Zerius Business, MBT caught injecting his Fairy Lily, Carlos DT, Flannel Daddy, Valen Jackson, Hornet, Aren't You Glad I Didn't Say Alpha Tribute Ben 10, DC Gaming, thanks for the sleeve stat. Matthew Brady, Max, Twinkle Muncher, Eater of Crayons, Luabon, Yodabon, Helios 515, Simo's Chaos Cooking Draft, MBT funding the Irish with his Rothschild wealth, that's his Roth IRA, Simping for Simo, Stolfin Amethyst, Nicholas Carpenter, Simo's Harem of Sexy Yugi Tubers, LGMBTQ, Nim Noodle, Malbranch of the Burning Tunnel, Stella and Zoa Vermilion, Wonder Waffle, James Keen, Skull Servant, and The Wandering Doomed are boyfriends. MBT cancel by all community soon, cancel by all committee soon, cancel by all players soon. Not reading cards makes the game interesting, and you know it. The MBT in MBT Yu-Gi-Oh! Stands for Morbin Time, The Undertaker versus Simo and MBT, Dalton, Hunter Reed, Shrug, Zyx, The Crystal Beast Enthusiast, ITF, Corvain, Dark Echo, TG Starman, Seamoose Engage, Viso the V, Wacky Waving, Arm Failing Inflatable, 2 men selling crudely painted, not so funny plywood cutout folk art, and hatformat.com. Thank you so much for watching the video, and we will see you next time.